Death was not the worst punishment in Salem. For many of the accused witches, a quick execution would have been a mercy. What truly awaited them was something far more terrifying: a slow, methodical destruction of the mind, the body, and the soul. Welcome to Salem, Massachusetts. The year is 1692. This is a small Puritan village, built on a foundation of fear, rigid religion, and absolute obedience to authority. Here, people believed the devil was real. He wasn't a symbol or a bedtime story. They believed he walked among them, watching, waiting for a moment of weakness. In a world like this, a sick child, a failed harvest, or even a strange dream wasn't just bad luck. Nothing was an accident. Everything needed someone to blame, and the easiest, most terrifying answer was always witchcraft. Once that fear took hold of Salem, it spread quietly at first, and then all at once, it was a contagion of terror. In this town, being accused was the same as being guilty. No physical proof was required. Only belief, a dream, a vision, the words of a frightened child. That was all it took to destroy a life forever. In this climate of paranoia, neighbors turned on neighbors. Lifelong friends betrayed friends. Old grudges and petty arguments suddenly became death sentences. Once your name was spoken in court, there was no escape. Your fate was already decided. The process was brutal and swift. You were taken from your home, often in the dead of night, often without any warning. Families could only watch in silent horror as their loved ones were dragged away, their lives torn apart in an instant. Salem's prisons were not places of justice. They were pits of suffering. Cold, dark, utterly merciless. Imagine being thrown into a damp, lightless cell. The iron chains are heavy, and they cut into your flesh. The stone floors freeze your bare feet. Rats move freely in the darkness, their scratching a constant reminder of the filth, while your hope slowly, agonizingly fades away. Food was scarce and often rotten. The water was filthy, a breeding ground for disease that spread quickly through the overcrowded cells. Some people waited for weeks in these conditions. Others waited for months. They had no idea if they would ever leave alive. They were not treated as innocent until proven guilty. They were treated as condemned souls, their guilt already assumed. But the worst pain inflicted upon them was not physical. It was what the Salem trials did to the human mind. The accused were completely isolated, left alone in the suffocating silence of their cells. And then came the interrogations. Again and again and again. They were relentless. Sleep was denied. Comfort was denied. Any shred of hope was systematically denied. Every single day, they were given the same impossible choice. Confess, and you may live. Deny, and you will die. This was not a search for truth. This was psychological torture, designed to break the strongest will. And for many, it worked. People began to break, not from any sense of guilt, but from sheer, overwhelming fear and exhaustion. They confessed to crimes they never committed.